Okay, welcome back to the YouTube for another episode. As ever, I'm Jake from Jake Me's Coaching. I'll drop the Instagram username somewhere around the bottom here. There's loads of stuff on that, loads of videos, bits and bobs, little tips and tricks when it comes to fat loss, building muscle, all that kind of thing. So hopefully what we're going to be doing today and across the channel in general is helping you cut through some of that sort of fitness industry bullshit, fads, diets, all that kind of stuff that just leaves you feeling confused and frustrated, wondering why you're not getting results, feeling like your body is special and it doesn't work with all these things. It's not your fault. We're going to be cutting through all that and going through loads of different topics to give you the information that you need to actually start to make some proper progress. So today we're going to be diving into alcohol and fat loss, or essentially we're going to be asking the question, can you drink and still lose body fat? And I'm going to be going through everything I teach my clients when it comes to how to navigate those social occasions, how to work in a few drinks and still be able to lose body fat, and how to do it so it doesn't affect your progress. As ever, before we do any of that, go and click like on the video if you do like it. Go and subscribe to the channel if you find this useful, and click the little notifications bell that comes up in the corner so that you get reminded every time I upload a new video. And that way, you're not going to miss anything going forwards. So go and do that now, and then we'll jump into today's topic. So, alcohol and fat loss, can you drink and lose fat? Yeah, you can. You probably already know that, right? You're probably well aware that you can drink and lose fat. That's not going to be shocking news to you or anything like that. But bigger question comes into, okay, if we know we can do it, how do we do it then? Because a lot of people do this wrong. If you look at like a shot of vodka or a shot of gin, you're looking at like 70 calories for a single shot. So you could go through a night of having 10 shots. Like you could have 10 single vodkas and a 0-calorie mixer, and you're looking at about 700 calories. If you accounted for that through the week with your calorie intake and adjusted your daily intake, you could probably work that in pretty easily. But the problem isn't necessarily the drinking. When it comes to fat loss, when it comes to what happens around that night out, the actual problem really, it comes from what you tend to do after you've been drinking. So what you're eating on the way home that night, it's normally like a trip to the kebab van or a trip to McDonald's or whatever it is. And then the next morning, it's what you're eating the next morning, going to McDonald's for a breakfast or making yourself a big fry up, and then spending the day feeling like crap, not wanting to move, lying on the couch watching films and feeling sorry for yourself. Those are the things that actually have the bigger impact than just the drinking itself. And those are the things that need to be accounted for and addressed as well when it comes to mapping out how you're going to approach a social occasion or anything like that. So I'm going to talk you through what I get my clients to do if they have a social occasion coming up that they want to have a couple of drinks at. So the first thing that we do is we manipulate our daily calorie intake leading up to that social occasion. So let's say that we know on Saturday we're going out for a drink, and it's Monday. So we're going to adapt our intake on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So for the next 5 days, we're going to drop 200 calories a day out of our intake. So by the time we get to Saturday, we've got 1,000 extra calories for that week that we can put towards that social occasion. Now you might decide that, okay, I'm going to have 5 single vodkas and 0-calorie mixers. So that's a good 350 calories, which leaves you then 650 calories to put towards food or something like that. Like literally just making that easy switch at the start of the week and planning ahead means that you can go and you can have those things and enjoy them. Now what you do have to be mindful of is after a few drinks, your willpower isn't going to be the exact same. So even if the day before that night out, you've tracked in what drinks you're going to have, you're already in MyFitnessPal, you've already organized your calories for the rest of the day, remember that once you go and you have those 5 drinks, your willpower is not going to be the same. You're going to be more tempted to have some more. You're going to be more tempted to eat out later in the night. So you need to be mindful of that, and you need to make sure that you are trying to avoid that situation and certainly avoid the walking home and eating a kebab or a burger or whatever it is that you'd normally get. Then what I tell my clients to do as well is make sure that the next morning their fridge is stocked with the kind of foods that they'd enjoy to eat in the morning. So it's stuff like bacon medallions, eggs, bagel thins, that kind of thing that can replicate like a nice breakfast but isn't going to be quite as calorific. And it's all there ready to go so that you can just get up, really quickly make it, and that's sorted that problem out straight away. So make sure that your fridge is fully stocked for the next morning with the foods that you know you're going to enjoy eating, not the foods that you think you should be having. And again, obviously make sure it's tracked and accounted for and you know that it's within your calorie budget. Another mistake that I tell clients to avoid is planning to train the day after the night out. So if you're planning to go to the gym the day after the night out, chances are you're going to wake up feeling pretty rough, and the last thing that you want to going to do is go to the gym and train. So I always tell my clients to train on the day of their night out, not the day after the night out, because then it gets it done and out the way. So it means that the next day, all you really have to focus on doing is hitting your steps. I literally tell my clients not to plan in a workout, literally just to plan in a nice long walk outdoors during the day to help get the steps in, and if they feel okay, at most, do some cardio. And if they do all those things, they plan ahead in the week, they manipulate their calories to work some in, they track what they're going to drink ahead of time, they make sure the kitchen and the fridge is fully stocked for the next morning, and then they make sure they train before the night out so that they can just relax the next day and just get some nice easy steps in. That really does make sure that they're hitting all those targets and making sure that they're doing everything possible to enjoy a couple of drinks and not have it affect their progress. And that is pretty much it. Like, that is literally how you can drink and still lose body fat. You can't do this every weekend because you're just going to end up chasing your tail with your progress. So you do need to be realistic with the fact that this is probably going to be a once a month kind of thing, depending on how aggressively you're going to diet. But it certainly is possible, and that is exactly how you can do it. So you need to be realistic with yourself, you need to be willing to make some changes and some sacrifices, and you need to be willing to plan ahead with it. So I hope you found this episode useful. As ever, if you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, share it onto your socials, let me know what you thought of it. If you want some more useful fitness content that's going to be answering all these questions around fat loss and muscle building and what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing, who you should listen to, who you shouldn't listen to, head to the channel, check out the rest of the videos, and let me know what you think. And if you want some free cool stuff to help get you going, I've literally got a 5-minute fat loss video series that's going to take you through all the different fat loss topics you need to know about in less than 5 minutes for each video. And it's going to give you a guide to get you started with specific nutrition targets for you. And it's going to give you a step-by-step process of how to start implementing everything that I teach you in order to make some progress with fat loss. And if you need some help in the gym, I've got a free 12-week workout builder where you can choose from 3, 4, or 5 session per week templates. You can choose the exercise that you want from the drop-down menus provided, watch the demonstration videos, and then you can get into the gym, know exactly what you're doing. You'll have the exercises, the sets, the reps all laid out for you, and you'll even get a 12-week tracker where you can track your training and track your progress across those next 12 weeks. You can literally get both of those things for free right now. Just click the links below the video and go and download them, have fun with them. So that is it for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you next week.